on tuna sashimi. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, happy Christmas. Hope Santa's been really good to you. It's Christmas Day and this is the last video in my 12 games of Retro Christmas. And this time, this is basically my #1 pick. I love this game. This is basically Ys 1 and 2 on the PC Engine CD. A little bit more expensive. You can pick it up for less than 30 quid, but you may have to look a few places to get it. But it can be done. This is an RPG. It's one of the classic RPGs that came out on, I think it started on the PC-88 in Japan. It's been converted to loads of different consoles and computers over the years. And there's a really nice remake of this actually on the PC, which was remade a few years ago, which is very good. But this PC Engine CD version, for my money, is the best version of this game. This is a really nice intro. So I'll let you listen to the intro.
Ys, the ideal utopia. Once a country so peaceful and prosperous. A country where children were as free as the wind. A country where harmony blew through the hearts of all men. Ys, a kingdom ruled by the wisdom and charity of its 6 powerful priests. An empire watched over and blessed by the enchanting aura of its 2 beautiful goddesses. Ys, the seemingly tranquil paradise, suddenly pulled from the height of its civilization to the empty abyss of infinite isolation. How could such a land of promise simply vanish from the face of the planet? How could such prosperity be forgotten? The legend has been silenced for over 700 years. And now, the mystery unfolds.
Right then, so that's the intro done, guys. We'll start this one up. I like RPG games, but I have to admit, this game is my favourite RPG. I've probably finished this game about 14 to 16 times over the years, and I always come back to it every now and then and run through it. This has the 2 Ys games on it, the first 1 and 2. They basically follow on straight from each other. What they did with this is they got Ys Chronicles to actually do the music for it. I'm not sure if he did this rendition of the music, but I know he did the music for the original one, I think. I could be wrong on that, you have to correct me if I am. But yeah, it's got some fantastic tunes on here. It's got some really good voice acting by a load of American actors on here. It doesn't come off as cheesy at all. So this is the intro when you start the game. Just noticed my frame mic is in widescreen for some reason. Better. I say a lot of people dismiss this game being any good because of the combat system on it, where you run into enemies to kill them, you don't actually press a button. But it is tactics to it. You can't just head on run into somebody because you'll get killed. So you've got to take them slightly from the side. But if you can get past the combat system, this game is amazing. And this is some of the best CD soundtracks on any game. Like, you know, how often I say I do like game music, as you may have noticed, but in particular, this game has fantastic soundtrack. Basically started off with a guy named Adol, and he ends up being on this show, and he goes on a quest, goes to a big tower, sometimes then gets and it just runs through it. It's a pretty big game. It'll take you a fair amount of time to complete both of them. It's got a really nice ending as well. This game's pretty famous in the RPG world. So it must be good for the amount of times, amount of consoles and computers it actually got converted to. You even get it on the Master System. In fact, the Master System one was the first time I played this game. I'll try and run through little bits, and I'll play it for a bit and show some different areas. I'll try and keep the video reasonably short, but it may go on a bit. What I'll turn you up a bit because just get to listen to the music. The PC Engine's doing the tunes at the moment. Here we go. This game's nice and colourful as well. You do have to do a bit of grinding in this game to finish it, but so if I go to if I do fast, that's your menu speed, so things will work a little bit better. First you want to buy a sword. Probably haven't got enough for the armour, it's probably the shield I'm going to have to buy. And I'll buy armour. So same as most RPGs, you've got to equip stuff once you buy it. This is pretty simple, just push across and equip it. Let's go and see this lady again. See, something terrible is going to happen in this country. So let's have a quick go around and visit a few people a minute while I'm at it. Let's talk to these guys. Oh, wrong button. Actually, I should talk to our last guy really. As in most RPGs, you can bump into people and talk to them. But I won't bother doing that. Talk to her by here. She wants you to find a silver harmonica. Silver is like metal that can kill monsters in this game, so the idea when you get the silver sword, or clarier as it's called in this game. I'll show you the combat system now in a second. So you can pick that stuff up actually. So I'll show you the combat. Right, what it is, you've got to bump into the enemies, you don't actually slash. You've got to bump into them from the side. So like you sort of like, either catch them from behind or catch them from the side. Oh, you don't want to stand still, because that's bad. That's pretty much how the combat works in this game. Don't let this game fool you as being simple. Once you get the hang of it, this game is really good. So, what we'll do is we'll swap to another section. I'll do this bit and then we'll swap to another section and show you that playing. Right then. You got done a tiny little bit of hogging, bought my weapons. This is the second little village. It's only a little tiny place in the game. You go in here, you talk to this woman here, and then she gives you the key to the shrine, and that's where pretty much we've got to go next. So this game may look simple, but it's really good fun to play, and it is a really good game. Here's the shrine level. Don't know if I've got the right item here. I need the mask. Watching you, the enemies are going to be pretty hard. Maybe way too hard for me at the moment. That's the first boss. I'll save it right here. I doubt very much I'm going to be able to kill him. Like this guy, I've got to hit him in the middle. Watch those fire. They will die too, so I don't want to appear in the middle. It's the best place to attack him without getting hit myself. Oh, I took loads off him. To wait for the appear in the middle. Those fire things will kill me pretty damn quick. Come on, appear in the middle. It was a bit harder, I could just trudge in and kill him, but probably not a good idea. Ah, that was a bad move. Otherwise, I think. Ooh, that's close. Let's give this guy another try. That was a good hit on him. patient at catching him in the middle. See, if I had more energy, like a higher level, I could just beast him and kill him, but with the level I'm on, it's not a good idea. Come on. Doesn't want to appear in the middle now, does he? Watch those flame things. One more hit should kill him. Oh shit. Uh-oh, I'm dead, I think. You should really sort of be a higher level really to finish this guy, but I'm going to save it there. These enemies might be well too hard for me. Such good music in this game. The soundtrack is fantastic. That was close. I get a feeling I'm missing a key or something. There's a chest there, let's go for that. LCD TV doesn't like that. No chance of beating these things. Oh, back again, guys. Did a little bit more hogging this time, so I'm a little bit more powerful. I've managed to get the key so I can open the chests now. It's a bit hard to show you a big gameplay thing of this game, obviously due to the size of the game, you know. Right, here now. There might be some chests to open around the place. Oh, them things are pretty hard. Getting various things like the silver bell I just found, the key, the ivory key. Not quite sure we need that far at the moment, guys. Heal potion, that's quite handy. I'll save it right here. Go back here. Push up against those statues in the wall here. Lots of treasure chests in here. Ooh, that's handy. Really handy actually. I'm going to get myself out here. It was up here, like I got in, yeah, it was. Like when you're outside in the fields, you can heal yourself. Go back to the town. Wrong way. Yep. Say the dungeon's very sort of multi-tiered, especially the tower. I think there's like 25 levels to the tower, I believe, if I remember rightly. Right. Back to the town because I found the bell for that guy. See what he gives me and what he does. Yeah, from the Belfry, he's an happy boy. That is a very handy ring, that is. Power ring. You basically hit a lot more damage when you use that ring. It's quite handy, especially for bosses. And the energy's back, cool. And inventory. I've got 2 rings now. I've got the armor ring and the power ring. They're both good. But anyway guys, I think we'll leave it at that because this video could be like about 20 hours long otherwise. That's Ys 1 and 2 on the PC Engine CD. That's my #1 pick for Christmas. If you have this game, like I said, don't let the graphics put you off. This game is amazing. It is my favourite RPG. It may look a bit old now because obviously it's quite an old game. I think it's got to be around 20 years old, if older than that, maybe 25 possibly. But yeah, Ys 1 and 2, that's my pick for Christmas. This will definitely keep you busy over the Christmas period to finish this, and you'll have a good time playing it. There is a few little times where you need to do a bit of hogging, but there are places on the game where you can hog, you can basically grind pretty quick. But anyway, happy Christmas all. Hope you had something nice, and if you had something nice for Christmas, post it in the comments. I'd like be interested to see what retro goodness you had for Christmas or anything on the new consoles. Who knows? Anyway, catch you again.